Well, hey guys, today we're going to actually take care of one of my clients here. He was actually having an issue with this model here. It's an Acer Aspire 3, and the full model number is the A315 54K 33EU. The main problem that he was actually having was he couldn't get his trackpad to work. It just stopped working. So when I did a quick search on the Acer forums, and a few other people with similar models were having the same issue. It wasn't actually the physical trackpad that was the issue. It's just the CMOS battery and the battery for the laptop itself just needed to do you need to do a hard set to get it back up and running. So here, that's what we're going to do today. I've actually checked the function keys, and the I think it was the F7 for the specific model to see if it was locked or not, but that wasn't the case. It didn't matter if I did function, the F7 key or just the F7 key and stuff, the trackpad would still not move around, or the cursor would not move with the trackpad. So so this is going to fix the issue. I mean, it should fix other similar models close to this too, but today we're actually addressing this specific model, which is the Acer Aspire 3. And then here I'll give you the model number again. It's the A315 54K 33EU, like what you see here. So this is the model here. So we're going to go back to the second picture, which is the bottom end of your laptop. So it's pretty simple. This is a very simple disassembly, and it'll save you guys a lot of money, a lot of time. Nothing should break. If you look at it here from the bottom side, obviously you have the screen facing, the table or on your desk or whatever, where you're going to disassemble it. You'll see 4 screws up on top, 3 screws in the middle, and then another 3 screws at the bottom end, which is a total of 10. And they're all the same size screws, so you don't need to keep them in any specific order. So just keep them in a safe place so you won't lose any, because they're all the same lengths and the same size diameter screws, so you can put them anywhere. So it doesn't matter the orientation of these screws going back on. It doesn't matter where they go on, because they're all the same length and the same diameter. So going to once, go ahead, grab your star screwdriver and just remove the 10 screws. And once you remove the 10 screws, I'm going to show you the easiest point for me on this guy's laptop here, because it doesn't look that old of a laptop. I think he told me it was a couple of years old. The easiest point for me was to grab this section here. If you follow my cursor, you're going to see right here. This is the easiest place to. I kind of just literally use my thumbnail to start the prying of the opening of this laptop once I remove all the 10 screws. So I'll give you a closer shot here. As you can see, this is it's right on the top right on this picture right here. You can just start it right here, or you can start it right there. If you follow my cursor carefully, you can start at the right side of the hinge, or on the top right side. You can start on the left side of this hinge, which this is a picture here of the inside on the top right side of the previous picture. So as you can see here, it was pretty simple to open up. So once you got that score or that part pried up, all you literally just do is just run your fingernails from the left side to the right side here to the other end, and then you do the same as here. Just put your fingernail or some type of prying tool around here, and just run it alongside the edge carefully, not too deep, probably about 2 to 3 millimeters deep, and that's all you need to go. You don't want to go too deep with the prying tool, because the last thing you want to do is end up scraping a chip or something on the board, or other components that are very close to the edge of the board. So that's really crucial, right? So don't go too deep, because your fingernail should be good enough, because that's what I use to do mine. So it should be very simple. So once you have the bottom panel removed, because there's no other keyboard cables or anything plugged into the panel, so you don't have to worry about removing it. Just pop it out, and this is what you're gonna see. If you follow my cursor here, this is the battery connector for your battery itself. And where's the CMOS? Okay, and right here, this one here is really important. Don't unplug this one here. Don't even touch that. Follow my cursor. There's a red and black cable here, and the plug is like a 2-pin plug. And I'll show you a closer image of it here. So this is much better here. As you can see, they kind of seal the battery inside of its housing, because normally here, you can actually just put a flat screwdriver and just pop it out. But in this situation here, you don't need to remove the seal at all. All I literally did was just remove this 2-pin plug. And the best way to do this is to literally just put your fingernail or your thumbnail and just wiggle these corners here. You see in this corner here, left and the right side, just wiggle it out this way. Just follow my cursor, wiggle out to the top end. Once you wiggle it out, it will just come out that easily. And the same thing is with the battery connector for, for the battery too. It's the same thing. You just use your fingernail, just put it right underneath this little lip here on both sides. Just use your do one side first. You just use your thumbnail first, and then you can just wiggle it out, and you'll see that it'll come off very easily. And then wiggle this side up, left and right, left and right. And then once you do that, just pop it out, and that's all you got to do. So the most crucial part that you have to do with this here, with the battery, with the CMOS battery, just remember, once you have them both disconnected, don't plug these in for about 3 to 4 minutes. It's really crucial that you follow that, because for the time to reset properly is usually about 2 to 3 minutes. But I did it for 3.5 minutes. About 3 to 4 minutes, just to make sure that I gave the CMOS battery enough time to reset itself. And once you've done that, then you've cleared the complete CMOS and everything else in the system and in the BIOS. So once I did that, all I did was I didn't seal up the system, and I just kind of just open up the laptop, just carefully open it up without the panel put back on. Just open it up, and obviously with the screen facing down on the table. So if you open up about 80% of the way on this part here, just put this part here. If you open this part up and just lift it upwards, it should actually be able to power on your system and see what's going on with it. Because I didn't actually have to go into the BIOS, to change any configurations or anything at all. Once that was done, I was actually able to get see the cursor working. And as you can see here, just with the still image, right here, you'll see that the cursor was working, and I was inside of his windows, and the cursor here is working again. It was a very, very simple process, and I hope that this helps you guys out, and it should help other people that have similar models. So I mean, I did see other videos where there was a guy that was showing you, you had to go into the BIOS to make some changes, but with this specific model, you don't have to make any changes in the BIOS. You should be able just to power on your laptop and get that cursor to work. So like I said, again, if you are not able to, see get your trackpad to work after hitting the function key or just the F7 key in this specific model, and your trackpad doesn't come back, I can assure you that by doing what you just did here with this one here, it will actually get it back up and running. So like I said, again, look at this picture here. Just unplug the black and red 2-pin, connector. Don't touch this one on the left, and don't forget to unplug the battery connector also. And then once you had reset it for about 3 to 4 minutes, just plug them both back in, and you guys are good to go. So I hope this video helps you guys out. And if you have any comments or any suggestions, just post it on the the comment section. And thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.